Hi everyone, I'm Tyler Schuster. I hope all is going well. And I'm here today to talk to you about the very famous artist, Vincent Van Gogh. Some facts about Vincent Van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was born in Zundert, Netherlands on March 30th, 1853. He died by suicide on July 29th of 1890. All of the paintings that you will see here today will be his oil paintings. It is estimated that Van Gogh has around 900 paintings in his collection and many more sketches and drawings. Vincent van Gogh is one of the most influential artists in Western art. His art can be seen at museums across the whole entire world. One of Vincent van Gogh's tactics was to paint himself because he did not have enough money for models. He was also known to paint over old paintings so he didn't have to keep buying new canvases. Van Gogh also suffered from psychotic episodes and delusions. He spent a year in the Saint-Rémy-de-Provence mental hospital for his depression. This is pictured in many of his upcoming paintings. While Van Gogh was in France for his mental illnesses from 1889 to 1890, over 350 paintings were made. The Starry Night is one of the most recognized paintings in the Western art and arguably Vincent van Gogh's most famous painting. It depicts a view from the window of his asylum room at Saint-Rémy-de-Provence. Many of you who already know Van Gogh know that he cut his own ear off, which is a reason why he brought himself to the asylum. Van Gogh has painted over 20 different variations of Starry Night. The painting has been in a permanent collection at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City since 1941. Next up, the Vincent van Gogh self-portrait. This is one of 32 self-portraits that Vincent van Gogh has painted. This is a smooth-flowing picture of himself with elegant and flowing brushstrokes. Van Gogh needed a great detail in his facial structures to express and show his mood. Like I had mentioned earlier, he typically made self-portraits because he did not have the money to hire models. This painting was made just before he was released from the mental institute, Saint-Rémy-de-Provence in France. Sunflowers, or the original title in French, Tournesols, was painted in France in 1888. These still life paintings are a 4-part series, all oil on canvas style paintings. There are replications that Van Gogh made of the 3rd and 4th series. Van Gogh made these paintings in a 2-year span from 1886 to 1888 when he lived with his brother Theo in Paris, France. The first version is now part of a private collection. The second version was formerly in a private collection in Ashia, Japan, which got destroyed by a U.S. air raid of World War II on August 6, 1945. The third version is in a museum in Munich, Germany, and the last one is in the National Gallery in London, England. Here we have one of the 3 versions of The Bedroom in Arles by Vincent van Gogh. The original version was painted in October of 1888, and the 3rd and final version was painted in the summer of 1889. These paintings show his room while he was in Arles, called the Yellow Room. He uses great detail to paint what was around him. He recreated the painting 3 different times, but yet none are the exact same. The paintings are on display at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. Here is a portrait of Dr. Gadget. Dr. Gadget took care of Vincent Van Gogh in the last months of his life after he had left the asylum. Vincent Van Gogh was as well painted two variations of this piece. Van Gogh does a great job representing a very abstract picture of Dr. Gadget. In May 1990, the first version was sold at an auction for $82.5 million, making it the world's most expensive painting at the time. The second version was owned by Gadget and his family, but is now displayed at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. Next up, in my favorite painting by Vincent Van Gogh, we have one of his most famous pieces of the collection called Wheat Field with Crows. This painting is yet another oil on canvas painting that was painted in 1890. I'm sure you've already noticed, but all of the paintings here today that I'm presenting are oil on canvas. This picture shows a cornfield on a gloomy and windy day with a sky full of crows. He uses a unique method when it comes to brush strokes. Also, he does a great job blending the paints. Many people believe that this was Van Gogh's one of his last paintings. You can find this painting today at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, as well as the bedroom in Arles. The Potato Eaters is considered one of Vincent Van Gogh's masterpieces. In fact, in a letter to his sister, the artist said that he believed this was in fact his best creation that he had ever made. Van Gogh painted this picture with oil on canvas in April of 1885. Van Gogh said he wanted to depict peasants as they really were. That is why he depicted these people in these pictures more run down or unspoiled looking in his work. This work of art was actually stolen by thieves. The earlier version was, along with two other paintings by Van Gogh in 1988 from the Müller Museum. Police ended up actually finding the Potato Eaters painting on July 14th of 1989. Here's the last piece that I have for you guys today. It is called The Church at Auvers. This is an extremely detailed painting of the village's church. This is actually a real spot that you can go and see. The foreground of the church is well lit by the sun and is surrounded by a big blue sky. Van Gogh used great detail to show white flowers in the front yard, and you can see the stained glass windows of the church. This is a real church, like I mentioned, located somewhere near Paris, France. This picture is with a collection of other Vincent Van Gogh paintings in the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, France. Here are the pictures that I have for you and the sources besides my textbook.